Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Friend Shy Pearson, and welcome again to my channel. It is September, a September to remember. Yeah, September 1st of 2024, 6:04 in the p.m. Let's say it together. Praise our God from whom all blessings flow. Yes, it's Sunday. It is Sunday. And thank you guys for joining me earlier. We had a splendid time, and we had a few guests on there. Kind of bizarre live show we had, so please pray for me because I'm still trying to figure out what that was about. Anyway, people, like I said earlier, I'm a 60s and 70s baby. I grew up on Arnold Schwarzenegger and what's his name, Bruce Lee. I got some Bruce Lee, some John Wayne, just all the guys, Clint Eastwood. You go down the road, little Hulk Hogan. And I also remember quite a few train wrecks, the emotional ones. After somebody like Muhammad Ali said, I'm gonna float like a butterfly and then I'm gonna sting like a bee. He did that on Joe Frazier, and then he met Joe Foreman, and we learned about that rope-a-dope and Ken Norton. We go back in the day, Rocky Marciano. Them was the times. But I tell you what, I want to segue into a physical train wreck and then go back into that psychological thing because, see, Donald J. Trump has got himself a secret weapon to try and ensure the knockout punch to the Democratic Party. Because you see, on June 27th of 2024, there was a train wreck. Oh yeah, you remember it? The guy who finally bowed out and passed the torch to Kamala. That train wreck. Well, Trump's got Representative Tulsi Gabbard as his trainer. You better watch out. I say you better watch out.
In the small town of Spazin, western Poland, a truck driver learned a valuable lesson about speed limits. On January 14th of 2020, he was driving through the Polish backcountry with an excavator on the flatbed. He came around the bend too hot and couldn't stop in time for the passing train. At first, it seems like our truck driver is innocently crossing the tracks. Then, bam! The high-speed train zips by and takes them out. However, CCTV footage from a different angle puts the whole story in perspective. Our driver approaches way too fast. You can tell he slammed on the brakes by the way the cab dips down. The truck was too heavy to stop in time. Here, the driver makes a decision. Stop and risk the cab landing on the tracks, or try to outrun the train. He chose the latter. The train smashes the flatbed and spins it 90 degrees. Imagine...
Woo! Wow. Now that's a physical train wreck. But I got a correspondent I want you to listen to. On the Hannity show, this guy, listen to this guy, he really explained that America loves a train. Everybody loves a train wreck. And remember, we had one here. So let's go on to this neck of the woods, see what he's talking about.
Anyway, meanwhile, Democratic strategist James Carville said Americans are hoping the debate is like a train wreck, just like the one in June. Take a look.
It's going to get an enormous rating. Why? Because there's nothing more that America likes than a train wreck. And they saw one on June 27th, so they're going to tune in hopes to see another train wreck. People just love train wrecks. They'll line up forever. And, the last one they saw was one, maybe the biggest ever. And they'll be watching anticipation come September 10th.
Is that true? Do we really like train wrecks? Are we addicted to that? The suspense of it all? We got a country to run, y'all. Shame on y'all. Shame on y'all. Now check this out. Is this what he was talking about?
Strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if We finally
The
beat
high-speed
Medicare.
train zipping.
I went to the World War II cemetery, World War I cemetery he refused to go to. He was standing with his 4-star general, and he told me, he said, I don't want to go in there because they're a bunch of losers. And
Train wreck. Okay, you got the picture. Now check this out. Brother Don got a strategy. He's like, look, y'all. I won round 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. It's a 6-round fight. And a woman got the torch. Now, I got a little bit of training, a little bit of history of, debating against women. But this is a high-stakes debate. I got to get down. So, I asked my one-time opponent, Tulsi Gabbard, could she help me? I said, can she help me? And Tulsi said, yes, I'll do you the honors. You see, Tulsi got a history of going up against Kamala. She wiped the deck with her back in the day. And I'm going to show you that film. But let's see what old Donald got to say about the strategy here.
Today I'm honored to officially welcome another true American patriot, a 17-year veteran of the Hawaii Army National Guard, a 4-term Democrat congresswoman, very, very popular, the former vice chair of the National Democratic Party and a 2020 Democrat candidate for the United States presidency. She was a very good candidate. Every time she ran, she was good. She did well. She decided to leave. She couldn't take it anymore, but she is very special, and I didn't know this, but she was a lieutenant colonel. That's not bad. Lieutenant colonel. Not bad. I didn't know that. I just found out. I said, put it down. You got to put that down. That's bigger. That's better than all the other stuff I read. But no, she's a special person. She's got great common sense, great spirit. She loves our country, and she loves the people in this room. Tulsi Gabbard.
Now, she got on stage, and man, she walked up with this. And I did the Chris Rock like, uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. She decided to join him, but she got on this red and black. Look, people, I just got to point it out. Look. I need it for historical reference. But anyway, let's just say they in the ring together and Trump getting his pointers from a woman, an experienced woman. Now, let's see what she did a couple years ago when she did a face-off. I say she did a face-off with the one and only comrade. Well, that's what Donald call her comrade. Donald got a name for everybody. Kamala Harris. Check this out. She gonna wipe her real good. Watch this.
Roll it.
Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. She put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. The bottom line is, Senator Harris, when you are in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not.
Well, of course, that was former
Woo-wee. Child, I say to Donald made a good, he made an excellent choice. I don't know if she came to him or Donald's posse said go get her, but hey, that's the loyal thing to do. You in the party, you got to come on. You know, she was a part of his administration back in the day. So, hey, I don't see why, you know, she shouldn't be a part of this thing in the future, if there is one. But yeah, again, that red and black, it scares me. It scares me because, you know, it means sacrifice. People, do you think this is a good idea? That the Donald should have her? I mean, there are a few good women out there that he could choose. But you know what? Tulsi has a type of demeanor. You know, it's something about being in that army. If you let it, it will rub off on you. I said it will rub off on you. And so she's got that grit. Can I do that in my voice? She got that grit. She got that grit. You know, you know what I'm trying to say. Those of y'all been in the army or you been out on the street, you know what I'm trying. Look, if you got a child and your child know you ain't got to say much. It's that look you give them. You got that grit. She got that grit. Matter of fact, when she was dealing with Harris, I could tell something about her eyes. Like, oh my God, I met my match. I ain't ready for this. You know what I'm saying? Tulsi was just slamming her. I mean, she was slamming her. So I think it's a real good choice on Donald's part to utilize her as the warm-up, get his juices going, so to speak, mentally. You know, sometimes you gotta use the elbow, you gotta use the fist, you gotta use the feet. Sometimes you got the bob and move, stay on the ropes. I think she's the perfect person because she been there, done that. Tell me what you think. And let me ask y'all this here also, while I got y'all a little attention here. Do you think that Trump should go easy on her? That is Kamala? Or you think he should rock 'em, sock 'em, her, just like they do in the movies? You know, the rock 'em, sock 'em robot, just knock the block off. He should just, when she come out there, he should pound, he should hit her with all fours. Or you think he should be intellectual and play the role of a gentleman? Look, I want to know how y'all feel. I mean, show me a fist or show me a dove. What y'all think he should? Look. We got the country. Just because Kamala's a woman, don't mean she easy to roll over. She might surprise you, you know, and still up on you, do an uppercut and a jab. Then Donald laying out. So what do you think Donald should do? Go ahead and get all the best advice. Get all the training he needs now. Utilize it on the 10th of this month and come out swinging. Or should he be reserved and be a gentleman? And see if she implode like Biden did. Tell what you think. Now let's look at some other stuff that Tulsi has done, because she explains herself a little bit more about how she handled and how she feels about Kamala. Ain't nothing like a woman to deal with a woman. Agree? Check it out.
Her, and on that, I remember in 2020 you attacked Harris for being too aggressive as a prosecutor, which is the opposite from what Donald Trump is saying about her as weak on crime. So which is it?
What I pointed out in that debate stage in the 2020 campaign was her hypocrisy. It was how she was saying one thing and doing another, how she was prosecuting people for smoking marijuana and laughing about it when she was asked about it on a radio show. And I think this goes to the heart of many of these different issues that we're seeing now that Kamala Harris is trying to hide from voters, is how she says her position is one thing, but her actions and her record show exactly the opposite. And you can point to that on issues related to the economy, issues related to freedom of speech. She says she stands for freedom of speech, and yet, as we've seen time and time again, her and Joe Biden have taken actions both directly and indirectly to censor free speech.
Now, you gotta agree, this is a great pick This is a great pick, great pick. She got grit, got that military background. She worked with Trump before. They already have a rapport. Okay? Nothing like having a little history. And see, women see things different from men. As you grow older, you realize that. Women sense and feel. And all Donald got to do is sit back and watch some tapes with Miss Gabbard. And she can strategize this thing where she could come off bumbling and fumbling just like Joe Biden. Look, talking about word salad. It's going to be chop salad. Look, tell me what you really think. And you know what? As I'm thinking about this, man, just think if Donald kept it secret that he was being coached by Tulsi. Oh, that would have been, ooh. Can you imagine that story breaking the day of? Can you imagine the element of surprise? That's the only bad thing about this. So now Kamala and the gang can go back and try to strategize against it. But hey, you know what? Maybe Tulsi got some things that she didn't put out there that folks didn't see. You can study the Michael Jordan and Kobe tapes all day, but there's always a move you ain't ready for. Let's see what's going to happen. We got 9 days. You Republican and Democrat, Independent, what you think? You think this is a good move on Trump's part? You think it's going to make a difference or not? All right, look, do you think it's going to make a difference? I think it's going to make a difference on so many levels. And we just might have our train wreck again. All right, folks, our friend Chop Pierce, you like the show? Thumbs up. Tell folks about it. Remember, on this show, the odds are you'll be unsubscribed. So look for my videos at least 3 times a day. I do 3 videos a day. Always check to see if you're still subscribed. If you become unsubscribed, I didn't do it. That's the fight that I deal with. The more y'all put that strategy in place, the better off it be, okay? Because I'm trying to grow the channel. So you ain't got a notification last 2-3 weeks, check it. You might have been unsubscribed. It's vicious. We got to fight just like Trump got to fight. It is what it is. God bless America.